This is absolutely disgusting. Listen to what Fox News host Jesse Waters has to say about unhoused Americans.
Homelessness isn't about lack of affordable housing. It's about drug addicts that want to wander around and live in tents on the sidewalk. And so you can't coddle antisocial behavior. You can't subsidize antisocial behavior. You have to stigmatize it. You can't celebrate people with purple hair, with nose rings, 4 kids with 4 different men who are dressed like trash and make them out to be some sort of cutting edge heroes. You have to call them what they are. These are people that have failed in life and they're on their deathbed. And if we're not honest about it, we're never going to fix this problem.
You may say that comments like these are something that we've come to expect from Fox News, but they are something deeper. They are part of the coordinated effort by the GOP to vilify and attack unhoused Americans. And it's taking hold because I've received comments like this one from people that are simply impressionable and ill-informed, but we're starting to parrot the words of the GOP and Fox News hosts. Now, while people like this one are, shall we say, uninformed, I consider the GOP rhetoric very dangerous because it's another area where the Republican Party is trying to dehumanize in order to eliminate. And here's Waters telling us that homelessness in America isn't about affordable housing and that, in fact, we need to blame homeless people because it's apparently a lifestyle choice. Just let me remind you that almost 38% of all homeless people in America are not individuals, but families. And 1 in 30 children in America is homeless. And that 16% of all unhoused Americans are survivors of domestic violence, with over 80% of women who are homeless having suffered some type of physical violence in their life. And that more than 1 in 10 of these homeless people in America is a veteran, with some studies calling it 1 in 4. I guess Waters is telling us that he thinks that American veterans, to use his own words, are people who have failed at life. The truth is that regardless of what unscrupulous people like Jesse Waters say, the number one reason in America for homelessness is what's known as extreme low income, or ELI. And that is exacerbated by things like a minimum wage at $7.25, which is just about $500 more a year than the poverty line. In fact, according to the National Low Income Housing Coalition, there is not a state, not even a single county in America where a full-time minimum wage worker can afford a 2-bedroom apartment for rent. Add to that GOP policies like lack of subsidized childcare and, as importantly, a healthcare system that causes 62% of every personal bankruptcy every year. Jesse, while you go on TV spreading division, let me remind you that homelessness in America looks like this, and it also looks like this. And just as importantly, it looks like this. You should be ashamed of yourself, Jesse Waters. Comments like this one are just gross. You have stooped to a new low to pander to the most abject part of America who pretends to love our country, when in fact, just like you, the only thing it loves is themselves.